Palmer writes about vocation as, "This is something I can't not do for reasons I'm unable to explain to anyone else and don't fully understand myself, but that are nonetheless compelling." Once I learned to accept that I am called to be an educator, and it was a long and circuitous journey with so many starts and stops, it became easier for me to embrace my work as my vocation or calling. I see the role I play in our Lasallian mission. It is clear to me that I can contribute to teaching minds, touching hearts, and transforming lives by giving my best in my work that is entrusted to me as an administrator and as a faculty member. Embracing my work as a calling means seeing our educational philosophy as the way for me to find meaning and purpose in my life. It's easy to get overwhelmed when the work piles up or when we face difficulties in our personal and professional lives. So focusing on God's invitation to teach minds, touch hearts, and transform lives helps change my perspective. It helps me to zoom out and see the big picture and not get lost in the mundane tasks or get overwhelmed by big responsibilities. It also grounds me on what matters most in this work that we do. That is being present for our students, to educate not just the mind, but more importantly the heart, and to help transform their lives so that they too can also impact others.
Nag-commit ka na ba?
As an alumnus and as someone who's been active in the Lasallian mission, commitment for me means dedicating myself wholeheartedly in pursuing the good of the other, through service, with Christ, and for Christ. As the heroic vow says, to do all in our power, even if it means that we have to beg and live on bread alone.
For me, commitment is sacrifice for something more meaningful. It's about dedicating yourself to your purpose even when things get challenging. Just like what the heroic vow says, no matter what it might cost them, and even if all the others should abandon it.
As an athlete, commitment for me is the dedication to show up ready every day, even when I'm tired or facing setbacks. That daily effort strengthens perseverance, teaching me to keep going no matter how challenging the path becomes. As said in the heroic vow, without being able to withdraw from this obligation, even if only we three remain in the said society.
I see the mission as a gift from God to us and to the church. Because it is a gift, it is freely given to us by God through the action of the Holy Spirit. And because it is a gift, I feel compelled to share this same mission freely with others. You know, the early brothers were invited to conduct schools gratuitously, meaning to educate without a fee. Today, that would be impractical. But I think living it out would mean giving of myself freely and totally. This means sharing my gifts when I am called to, being fully present for my students and my team when I am asked to be fully present. I think it's as simple as showing up, replying to an email, speaking a kind word to a student who is struggling, following through on what we say we would do, maybe inviting or involving others to share our work, and taking accountability for our actions. I think that we can truly transform lives when we inspire students to become engaged citizens and prophetic leaders, And we can only do this by example. We have to show our students how this looks like by showing up for them, accompanying them, and supporting them in their journey as Lasalians.
Thank you po, Doc T. And same question po for Miss Marose.
Okay. So, Sir Paul, no, ang aming opisina is the Counseling and Psychological Services Office. So, our commitment has always been the same. Basically, to support, no, our students, no, as they navigate university life and assist them, no, pagka-graduate din nila after DLSU. We know very well that, you know, these are challenging times.
Yes.
These are very challenging times, no? And nandito kami para suportahan sila sa journey na to. And as we always say, no, sa aming office, we have to meet where our students or clients are so that we will be able to bring them where they want to be and where and what they want to become. So that is actually our commitment, no? Dito sa university and in the students that we serve.
Thank you po, Miss Marose. Ayan, so, kung meron man tayong pinagdadaanan, no? Kung meron man tayong concern regarding sa mental health, no? Lalo po sa ating mga Lasallian partners, no? Nandito po ang opisina ng Counseling and Psychology Services Office para po tayo po ay i-accompany sa ating pong journey, no? Kasi 'di ba dumating yung time na parang stigma siya na pag pumupunta ka dun sa office na yon, no, o sa lugar nila, parang uy, ma-judge ka, no? And this time po, no, in our segment na, no, part of it is to promote din ito, no? Kasi dito mas ma-highlight pa rin natin yung parang sinabi sa filosofiya, know thyself, no, or know thyself, no? And here we could teach more, no, or teach more minds, touch more hearts, and transform more lives if we in ourselves, no, tayo mismo ay nag-heal, tayo mismo ang nagiging okay because we cannot give what we do not have, no? Ayan po. So thank you po ulit, Miss Marose, at salamat po sa pakikilakbay sa aming lahat, no? And this time po ay meron po kaming question kay brother. And ire-represent niya po lahat ng brothers, no? Yan. For Brother Bong, ito po yung question.
Yeah. What would be an appeal to our partners the next few months of this new school year is just to make your workplaces, your classroom, you know, a very friendly one, very welcoming one. So that at least the memories of your office mates, of your students, will really be different for this term. Because remember, in our own experience, sometimes our best teachers in the past is not what they taught us, but how they spent their time with us. No? That's why if you notice, if you have homecomings, reunions, you don't share how much was your grade in physics or chemistry, but the laughter and the joys that you share with teachers, and then you invite in reunions teachers who made a difference in your life.
Yes po.
You don't invite those who were mean to you or you were unkind, but of course, because you have to invite them, you also tell them good things about what has happened. But then, good or bad, they have formed you.
Opo.
And being part of our institution, anything we do every day in our encounter with people are opportunities to transform lives. So take that opportunity. Say a short prayer every time you start your work, you end your work, you encounter a meeting, or you will be meeting somebody you do not like, but you continue to pray that you will be sane and civil in meeting them. So, and I think they will be wondering what you are up to, no? Because despite of everything, you are kind to them.
Ang ganda na sinabi ni brother, no? Reminder din ho to sa atin, no? Kung gusto daw natin mag-transform ng buhay, magbait tayo. Kaya natin maging kind. Oo nga naman, no? Parang hirap nga naman sabihin mong magkabait, magpakabuti, or to, let's say, to transform ourselves, no, to become better version of ourselves, no? Kung yung nagsasalita, masungit, no? Laging nakasimangot, no? Laging galit, no? Thank you po, brother, for reminding us. And also, no, yun din po yung panawagan at reminder sa ating lahat, no? In teaching minds, touching hearts, transforming lives, and specifically, dito na po sa kaya kilos na dimension na to, no? Transforming lives. O nga, no? Babalik at babalik pa rin sa pagkatao. No? Babalik at babalik pa rin sino ang tao. Kailangan ng kalinga, kailangan baitan, kailangan ng may kaagapay, no? Parang ang bottom line, nadating mo sa akin, brother, kung tama ko, no? Sa Lasal, hindi pwede masungit. Sa Lasal, dapat ho mabait. Tama po ba? Yan po ba ang panawagan din, brother?
And if ever it's the opposite, we just have to understand.
Opo.
And we just have to pray that something will move that person to do the opposite of what is not good, what is not kind. And
Opo.